Jones. How are you doing today? And I know that you really can't speak right now, but I am a good lip reader. So I want to verify your name first. And it's Fred Jones. And I see your birthday is April 15th. And my name is Gail Coast, and I'm in here because I need to check to see if you need to be suctioned. I know they've been doing that every few hours on the night shift, so I'd like to check you out and see if you need to have some suctioning done so that you can breathe a little better. By the time I get things set up, it'd probably take about 10 minutes for me to do that. Does that sound okay? All right. Okay, well, I'm going to get my equipment set up and set you in your bed in a comfortable way, and then I can do the suctioning. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go ahead and put a little towel down here for now. I have to listen to your lungs, and I'm going to put this pulse ox machine on your finger. I think you've had that done before, and it will give me a nice reading while I'm doing some of your assessments. So I'm going to, let's see. Okay, your pulse ox right now is probably about 95, 94, 95, and so your oxygen is doing its job. And so let me go ahead and listen to your lungs. And I am going to listen under your shirt here, so I'll pull it down for a second, and you just breathe until maybe a few times I put the stethoscope on your chest. You can go ahead and take a deep breath if that's okay with you. Nice deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Nice deep breath if you can. Okay. And Fred, I'm going to go ahead and sit you up a second so that I can listen to your back real good. So take a few deep breaths. Okay, I'll get you comfortable here. I'm just going to feel with my hand for a second. I can feel a little bit that rattling. Can you tell that you need to be suctioned? Okay. I don't see any coming out here, so I think that's okay. And when I tell you I'm going to have you take some deep breaths, and if you don't think you can do as good of deep breaths, I can use this bag here, this bamboo bag. I just hook it up to right here. I know that you've been able to take some good deep breaths, and I can see what your number is on the pulse ox, and so we can tell if you're tolerating the suctioning. Sound good to you? I'm going to go ahead, put the head of your bed up, and I'm going to remove your pillow. Then I'll get my sterile stuff set up. Sounds good? All right. I kind of need to have you up just enough that you get some good air in your lungs. And I'm going to just slip your pillow out here. You okay? Good. One more check of the pulse ox. That's around 94, 95. So if you want to take some nice deep breaths for a little bit, 3 or 4 big breaths, then I'll go ahead and get my equipment set up. I know you've had this done several times before since you've been in here this time, but this is a sterile procedure, so I'm being very careful with how I touch the catheter, and so I just wanted you to know that. So kind of keep your arms out of kind of down at your side. I'm going to get this suction machine started. And we just have it on a sort of a medium suction. Seems to be working well. You know, we put a little bit of saline into the container here just so that I can lubricate it. Now I'll get my gloves on. And they're kind of crumbled up in place, but I think you're used to these blue gloves. Yeah, I know you probably heard the storm out this morning, but it was really raining pretty heavily, and I think it's stopped now. I know you have your wife usually comes in to see you. Maybe she's waiting until the storm is over with. So now I'd like you to take a few deep breaths while I get my catheter out here and make sure that you're able to take some nice deep breaths, and then I wouldn't have to use the bamboo bag. Okay, I'm going to remove your oxygen, and if you have any trouble, you just raise your hand or kind of nod your head, and I'll put it back on for a second. So I'm going to go ahead and put my tube down into your trach and try my best not to touch my gloves on anything I'm not supposed to. So down it goes with no suction, and then I meet resistance, and I'm going to go ahead and just twirl this as I come back out. There you go. Good job. Sometimes it makes you have to cough. So I'm going to give you your oxygen back. Are you all right? I always see a little tear. It's kind of tough to do that suctioning sometimes. So just relax a second and take some nice deep breaths, and I'll do it one more time then. The secretions that I see in here, Fred, they're really mostly clear, so that's a good thing. If you had green or yellow, I'd be a little more concerned. So, are you good with your deep breaths? Let me check your pulse ox again. Yeah, we went down to 93 with the suctioning. Sometimes that happens. But I think we're still in a good range for you to feel comfortable. So I'm going to remove the trach collar again and go ahead and go down one more time. Still being careful not to touch anything. Oh, it makes you cough a little. And get it out here. There you go. Now you can take some nice deep breaths again. You good? Oh, feels a lot less rattling in your chest there. So go ahead and relax a second. I'm going to clean up this tube, and then I'm going to re-listen to your lungs. Ooh, that was loud, wasn't it? Okay, let's see what your number is now. Okay, we're about 94, kind of where we started. And so the last thing I need to do is I'm going to go ahead and reassess your lungs. And that usually tells us if what I did worked. If not, I'll know I need to come back a little more frequently. So I'm going to take this towel away. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back on so it doesn't spill. And then you just relax like I did before, and I'll listen to the lungs in the front and the back. And take a deep breath. Oh yeah, it sounds a little better. At least we got some of that cleared out. Another deep breath. Deep breath. Sounds a lot more clear. That's good. Good deep breath. Okay. Nice deep breath. And deep breath here. Good. Now I'm going to just sit you up so I can listen on your back a second. Nice deep breath. It's not all clear, but it's really a lot better than it was, Fred. So I think we're making progress. That's good. And I'm going to take my stethoscope off. And then I'm going to give you back your pillow. It's no comfortable, I'm sure, without it. Just a little bit on your hip here. How's that? You want me to sit you back down? Oh, just a little bit? All right. Go ahead and do that. How's that? Good? Okay, here's your call light. And then we'll check this one more time. Oh, it's still 94, so that's meeting our parameter. And I'm just going to take this off. You don't need to keep that on. And I'm going to clean up my stuff. And reach out my hands. So, Mr. Jones, is there anything else I can do for you right now? Oh, you want the TV on? Okay, so I'll click it back on for you. And your call light is there, like I said. And I'll probably come back and check on you in about 10 minutes. Okay, thank you.